Proteins are polymers of amino acids. The amino acids are bonded with amide linkage, or we can say peptide linkage. It has a link like NHCO, and this side R, this side R dash. So this part is called as amide linkage. Either it is called as peptide linkage or it is called as amide linkage. Now, what an amino acid looks like? An amino acid should have one amine group, there can be any alkyl or aryl group here, and there should be one carboxylic group. Okay, it is just an example. This has acidic H plus as well as basicity due to lone pair of electrons here. As a result, this H plus can ionize and can form a cation here. So it can form R, N, R, C, N, H, H, this bonded with the H plus. So this kind of ion is called as Juiter ion. It is called as Juiter ion, in which the positive and negative charge is there in the same molecule. So Juiter ion is the ion in which the positive and negative charge is there in same molecule. So in short, we can write this molecule as RCH, CH2N, COO minus, and NH3 plus. So it is a deuterion. So what is the importance of deuterion and what is the importance of amide linkage? Let us see the formation of amide linkage. Formation of polymeric. Polymeric means long chain. Amide linkage. Amide linkages. This forms polyamides. It is also named as polypeptides. And these polypeptides are nothing but units of protein. So whenever any protein is hydrolyzed, whenever any protein is hydrolyzed, using H2O and H plus, or is treated with any enzyme like peptidase. In case of enzymes, we use a suffix called as ase, peptidase enzyme. So it breaks into polypeptides and then breaks into further amino acids, and these amino acids again rearrange in our body to form desired protein. Example, say if we take pulse or groundnut or gram seed, okay, or any non-veg food. So what will happen? It will digest using these enzymes like pepsin. After digestion, it will become polypeptide. Then it will go to small intestine. Then it will get absorbed. After absorption, it will go to bloodstream, and then it will form muscle, hair, skin, nerves, tendons, cartilages. So in this way it works. We will see the chemical process of formation of this long chain polymeric amides. Condensation reaction among amino acids to form polypeptides. Let me take some specific example of amino acids. Say if it is NH2, CH, any other alkyl group chain R1 or aryl group chain COOH. Now if it reacts with NH2, CH, R2, COOH, then the mechanism of the reaction is it is carboxylic group, it is OH. So this lone pair of electron goes here and this goes out, and one H plus also goes out. So it forms minus H2O. Why minus H2O? Because one OH minus is coming out and one H plus is coming out. This lone pair is given to this carbon to form bond, and this bond pair forms the lone pair back. So we will get NHHCr1 HCO NHCHR2 COOH. So this linkage is called as amide linkage or peptide linkage. It is condensation reaction because two big molecules are joining, two small molecules are joining to form big molecule, and water is coming out. Now again, from this side it can undergo polymerization, from this side also it can undergo polymerization. So it can be like this. N times from here and n times from here. So it can grow from both the side. So if it grows from both the side, then it forms polymer. If it forms polymer, that will be called as polypeptide. Now it has got many negative charges, it has got many positive charges, as a result of which it can undergo various hydrogen bonding. So there can be cross-linked bonds also, there can be cross linkages, there can be hydrogen bonding also. So due to extensive hydrogen bonding, protein assumes three type of structures. Due to extensive hydrogen bonding, protein can have three type of structures. Primary, which is linear, like actin, myosin, keratin. It can be beta pleated. Secondary, it can be helical, or it can be beta pleated. जैसे कागज को अगर जिगजैग रूप में अगर हम तोड़ दें, है ना, जिगजैग जिगजैग कर दे किसी पेपर को, ठीक है, तो उसको कहते हैं बीटा प्लीटेड। प्लीट्स होते हैं ना बहुत सारे कपड़ों में, प्लीट्स, ट्राउजर्स में प्लीट्स होते हैं, कभी कभी स्कर्ट में प्लीट्स होते हैं, उसको कहते हैं प्लीटेड, प्लीटेड स्ट्रक्चर। ठीक है, साड़ियां पहनते हैं जो लोग, वो भी प्लीट्स बनाते हैं ना साड़ी में, तो इट इज कॉल्ड एज बीटा प्लीटेड। एंड थर्ड टाइप इज ग्लोब्यूलर प्रोटीन। They coil and coil and coil and they form globular protein. Like hemoglobin. So we'll see this in detail. It is little hodgepodge here. So we'll see this in detail also. So primary proteins are linear. Secondary proteins can be either helical or beta pleated, and tertiary proteins are globular. Okay. Now little bit about protein synthesis in our body. Protein synthesis in our body. Why am I writing this in Hindi? There is a particular reason why am I writing this. Protein synthesis in our body. What have I done here? This is in English language. This is Hindi language. But both the meaning are same. But it is not purely Hindi. It is not pure Hindi. Okay, not pure Hindi. So what I have done, have I translated or transcribed? This process is translation or transcription. It is transcription, in which what happens? The meaning remains same, but language changes. Now, in a cell, we know that our body is made up of cell. Inside the cell, there is nucleus. Nucleus contains nuclear material, which is mostly DNA. And RNA can be there in the cytoplasm. And it is RNA. So the communication between DNA and RNA is through transcription process. They have different language. Just like in computer, if you combine 0 and 1, then by ASCII code, they can be given a meaning. Similarly, DNA and RNA communicates using a code called as codon. Okay, they have a language called codon. What is a codon? It is 3 letters. Symbolizing some molecules which we call as nitrogenous bases. Okay, so DNA has those 3 or 4 nitrogenous bases as adenosine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. But RNA has a different language. For RNA, A is A, Instead of T, they use uracil. C and G is common. Now, if I make any bond, this is just an analogy. If I make any bond, now see, this P is synonymous to this P, this ta is synonymous to this T, this N is synonymous to this N, this S is synonymous to this S, this TH is synonymous to this. So similarly, there is a system in which A can form hydrogen bonding with thiamine, and C can form hydrogen bonding with guanine. Okay, so when they form this kind of bond, then they copy the information. They copy the information. This copying of information is called as transcription. After that, exactly the same sequence of nitrogenous bases is created by another RNA called as transfer RNA. So since this is the one which is carrying the message, so it is called as messenger RNA or mRNA. Okay. So we'll discuss about this little more. Now what happens whenever we have to make a particular protein, then what happens? Messenger RNA takes the information by going to the DNA. It goes to DNA and takes information from whom? From DNA. After that, this mRNA tells to tRNA, transfer RNA, what the message was. And this tRNA carries various amino acids. It comes with various amino acids. Amino acid 1, amino acid 2, amino acid 3, amino acid 4, and these amino acids join together to form protein. These all are amino acids brought by transfer RNA. So from here to here it is called as transcription. And from here to here, our desired protein is prepared, so we call it as translation. So what happens? mRNA, just like mouse is the Vahan of Ganesha. Similarly, mRNA is carried by ribosome. In this ribosome, these nitrogenous bases are there like this. Adenosine, thiamine. So instead of mRNA, instead of thiamine, it will be uracil. So whenever there will be UUA, it will be called as termination codon. UAA means protein synthesis should stop. Okay, it is called as termination codon. UAA. So it takes the information from DNA. So DNA will have its complementary pair, thiamine, adenine, thiamine, cytosine, cytosine, thiamine, like this. With this, it will have double hydrogen bonding, double hydrogen bonding, double hydrogen bonding, triple hydrogen bonding, triple hydrogen bonding, triple hydrogen bonding. So messenger RNA takes information from DNA and comes to ribosome. In cytoplasm. Then after that, tRNA comes over it one by one. Then tRNA brings required amino acids closer or side by side to form the protein. So how will you define transcription? Transcription is a process transcription is a process of copying information from the DNA to or by the mRNA. And what is translation? Translation is conversion of code in DNA to desired protein using transfer RNA as carrier of amino acids. So this distance is called as central dogma, okay, which is not required to be known now. So in our next class, we'll discuss more about the chemical structure of different type of proteins. Okay.